to your final Yoganuary video. I feel really sad. Not sad, I feel proud, I feel so honoured that you've all done these videos, but there is a little part of me that feels like this month has been so incredible. Just for me in terms of from a work perspective, but also getting to know so many of you, all of your comments, your feedback has been amazing. So normally a Tuesday is not a flow video, as you know. Usually Tuesday is more of a chat or a how-to video. But because I love you all and I know that the yoga flows are what you want, we're gonna flow together today. So I'm gonna take you through a Vinyasa sequence, which hopefully you will love. It is all levels, but there may be some sort of slightly tougher bits. If it gets too much at any time, as always, take child's pose. So to begin with, I just want us all to come down to our mats, sit in a comfortable position. I want you to close off the eyes and take the backs of the hands to the knees. So, take some breaths here. And we're going to take just a few inhales and loud exhales just to get everything out of our system. So inhale, maybe bringing the shoulders up to the ears. 2 more, inhale. 1 more, inhale. And then just let the breath do what it wants for a moment. Just let it soften. And so as we sit here, I want us to think about gratitude. So not only gratitude and being grateful towards others, I want us to think about being grateful for who we are and for what you have all achieved this month. So while your eyes are closed and the breath is traveling around the body, we can feel the energy making the belly rise and fall. I just want you to take a moment to think of that and to be proud of yourself. If you've done every single Yoganuary video, you've done amazingly well. And for those of you who have dipped in and out of it and used it at times of need and at times when you just really fancied it, then that's amazing. Having this thing here that I'm able to share with you, and then for you to be grateful to yourself for actually taking part, that's an awesome thing we've got going on. So as we take some moments of silence, I just want us all to be grateful for those around us and to that within us. Bring the palms together. We're going to start our final Yoganuary practice with 1 round of Om. I'd love for you to join in wherever you may be. Inhale. Dedicate your practice to somebody that you love, somebody that you are grateful to have in your life. And flutter open the eyes and let's begin our practice. Coming over onto all fours, let's just wake that spine up. Just working through some cat and some cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the spine. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl the spine. And then just come to neutral and place the left hand in the middle And then on an inhale, sweep that right arm up. Exhale it back down, go to the other side, inhale the left up. Exhale it back down, one more each side, inhale the right up. Exhale it down, inhale the left up. And exhale it down, really, really nice. Coming up into a high plank. So just setting our foundations for our flow. Breathing here, making sure our bum isn't too high or sinking down. We want to work into Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Try and stay strong here in our plank. And then wave the body back to a downward facing dog. And just pedal out through the feet here. Maybe one at a time, maybe both coming up. Drawing the heels down. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, draw the feet down. Maybe just wiggling through the hips. And finding stillness when you're done in your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly walking the feet towards the hands. Feet hip width apart. We'll interlace the fingers behind the back. And then as we bend the left knee, we'll sink the left shoulder towards it. Bending the right, draw the right shoulder over. Let those arms hang heavy over the top. And just move between the two sides. Really slowly working through the legs, through the arms, through the shoulders. And then let the hands just hang down. Option of taking opposite elbows, whichever feels good for you. Always the option of bending the knees to find this forward fold slightly more comfortable. And then on an inhale, we'll peel the body all the way up to standing. Eyes closed, head comes up last. So working through our sun salutations now. Hands down by the side, standing into Tadasana. Let's lift up the toes. And then drop each toe down to the mat one by one, really spreading through the toes. Draw up through the lower belly, shoulders back. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, step or jump the feet back, either high plank, lowering down through chaturanga, or coming down to the knees and then lowering all the way down to our mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck under the toes and fly that bottom back to downward facing dog. And take a moment here. So working through our Ujjayi breath, hopefully lots of you will have seen the video, so that deep nasal breathing, closing off the back of the throat, breathing like the sound of the ocean. Inhale, exhale, drawing those heels down to the mat, trying to stay soft in the ribs and open through the shoulders. And on our next inhale, step or jump the feet to the hands. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, folding over those legs. And inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to standing. Palms come together. Exhale, down through heart center. 2 more rounds. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms come to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Option hands to shins. Exhale, step or jump the feet back, lowering down through your preferred option. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolling back
And finding that downward facing dog again. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, step or jump the feet to the hands, lifting the chest halfway, exhaling over the legs. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky, palms come together, exhale down through heart center, hands down by the side. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, palms down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, prepare, option hands to shins. Exhale, stepping or jumping the feet back, lowering down either to the knees or through chaturanga. Exhale, flying that bottom all the way back to downward facing dog. And breathing here. So bringing the feet together for me in this downward facing dog. I'm going to sweep the right leg all the way up as high as it can go, opening out through the hips. Keeping the leg straight for the time being, gazing underneath the right armpit. And then bending that top leg, getting even a deeper stretch through the hip flexors. And dropping the leg down slowly, controlled. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Gazing underneath that left armpit. And now the option of bending that top leg, opening out through the quad, through the hip flexors, through the groin. And inhale it back up straight, exhale down. On the next inhale, jumping or stepping the feet to the hands, lifting the chest halfway, exhaling, folding over the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky, palms come down, exhale through heart center. Surya Namaskara B. So inhale, Utkatasana, taking this hinge at the hips here, but drawing up through the lower belly. Exhale, the palms down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, stepping or jumping the feet back, lowering down, chaturanga through the knees. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolling over the feet. Inhale, step forward with the right foot. And for our first one, taking the hands to the hips in our warrior one. And taking an extra breath here. Inhale. And on the exhale, placing the hands down, step back to the high plank. Lowering down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolling over those toes. Inhale, step forward with the left foot this time. Lifting the chest up into Virabhadrasana, a warrior one. Hands come to the hips, making sure our hip bones are facing nicely forwards. Breathe here. Exhale, place the hands back down. Feet come back and we lower down on an exhale through our preferred option. Inhale, lift the chest, upward facing dog or high cobra. And exhale, rolling over the feet, finding that downward facing dog. Always having the option when you come to downward facing dog of pedaling out through the feet, maybe shaking the head for no. No cat, I don't want Yoganuary to end. Or nodding the head for yes, I've had enough yoga. Whichever one you like. Breathing here. One more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, step or jump the feet to the hands. Lift the chest halfway. Exhaling over the legs. And then as we inhale, reaching the arms up, coming back to that Utkatasana, taking the hinge in the hips. And exhale the arms down to the side. Inhale, reaching up, Utkatasana. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, option hands to shins. Exhale, jumping those feet back, lowering the body down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping forward, warrior one, right leg, reach the arms up. And exhale, place the hands back down, step it back, lower down either to the knees or coming down through full chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck under the toes, fly the bottom back. Inhale, step forward with the left foot, reach the arms up to the sky, warrior one. Exhale, place the hands back down, step it back, lower down through chaturanga or coming down to the knees, all the way down to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolling over the feet and finding that downward facing dog again. Breathing here. And on the next exhale, we're going to bend the arms and come down to dolphin. So try and squeeze the elbows together as you do this. And lower both down at the same time. If not, come down one by one. So we're here in dolphin. Step forward with the feet. And just take 2 breaths here. You can bend the knees here, that's fine. One more, inhale. Exhale, and now we're going to try and push through the hands and lift back to downward facing dog. If you can do it both arms together, amazing. If not, just do one by one. So inhale, coming up. Exhale. And then on the next inhale, stepping or jumping the feet to the hands, lifting the chest halfway. Exhaling over the legs. And then inhale, take that bend in the knees, that hinge in the hips. Lift the arms, lower belly in, ribs soft. And exhale, hands down by the side. Inhale, reach the arms up, last one. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Option of bending the knees always. Exhale, stepping or jumping back. Spreading through the fingers and keeping the elbows in as we lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rolling over the toes, finding that downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward with the right foot. Reach the arms high up in the sky. Warrior one. Exhale, place the hands back down. Step back, high plank, lower down either chaturanga or down through the knees. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolling over the toes, flying that bottom high. Inhale, step forward with the left foot this time, reaching the arms high up in the sky. Exhale, palms come down to the mat, stepping all the way back, lowering down through chaturanga or to the knees. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolling over those feet. And finding that downward facing dog. And taking a moment here to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, softening through the ribs. Option of bending the knees. Inhale. Exhale, and on the next inhale, we'll step or jump the feet to the hands. Lift the chest halfway. Exhale, fold over those legs. And then inhale, coming back to our Utkatasana, lifting the arms to the ears, taking that hinge, and exhale, hands come to the sides. Great, guys. So that's our Surya Namaskar is done. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to take a little baby back bend here. Option of taking the hands to the sacrum and opening out through the chest here. Come back to neutral. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, jump back to plank and we'll hold here in plank. For 3 breaths, so 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Actually, 1 more inhale. And then roll it straight back to a downward facing dog on the exhale. And we'll step forward with the right foot. So come to find that Virabhadrasana A, that warrior 1. Arms up. And exhale, open out to warrior 2. Gazing towards that front finger. Sinking down, spiraling open that right thigh. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then inhale, straighten that front leg. We'll heel toe the back foot a little bit closer, just to shorten our stance for Utthita Trikonasana. So inhale, reach really far forwards, and then exhale, take it over. Just resting the right hand on that right leg. Breathing here. Gazing to the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale, gazing down. And now I want us to cross this top arm all the way over. Find yourself a block if you've got one. If not, we can just place the left hand on the front of the leg. And then just straighten out. So pivot that foot around and we're coming into our revolved triangle. So the right arm goes up to the sky. And here we're in a nice twist. Gazing up. Exhale, look down, remove the block, place the hands down and then step back and work through your Vinyasa option. So either down to the knees or coming down through a full Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. So taking 2 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, feel the shoulders and the back expand. Inhale. And exhale. And on the next inhale, we'll step forward with the left foot this time, lowering the back foot down, slightly on an angle. Inhale, reach the arms up, warrior 1. And exhale, open out to warrior 2. So our back foot pivots so it's parallel to the side of the mat. Gaze towards that front finger. Sink a little lower. Relax through the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. So straightening that front leg. Heel toe that back foot forwards a bit to wherever the stance feels right for you. On an inhale, we reach really far forwards. Exhale. Just hover that left hand on the left leg. And we gaze up into the sky for Utthita Trikonasana, our extended triangle. Breathing here. Staying strong. And exhale, take that right hand over to either find your block or we can rest the right hand on the left leg. Bring the right back leg out a little bit and just pivot that foot forward ever so slightly so it's in a warrior 1 position. And then inhale, lifting that left arm up to the sky for our revolved triangle. Breathe here. Inhale, 1 more. And exhale, gaze down, remove the block. Place the hands down, step it back to your high plank, lowering down either to the knees or down through a full chaturanga, keeping the elbows in. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, roll over those toes, finding that downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. And then start to walk, so push through the hands and walk the hands back to the feet. And here we're going to take the 2 peace fingers around the big toes. Inhale to prepare, lift the chest. Option always of bending the knees. And then exhale, draw the body down towards the legs. Elbows go out to the side. Trying to separate the shoulders from the ears. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And on the next inhale, undo the hands, lift the chest halfway. Exhale the hands to the hips. And then inhale, lift the chest all the way up to standing. So we're going to step forward with the right foot. So we've got both feet quite close together, both feet facing forward. You can have a gap between them. Our option here is to take either reverse prayer behind the back, or if that's not available to you, taking opposite elbows. So whichever one feels more comfortable. And we'll inhale, lift the chest to prepare. And exhale, take a forward fold here. Just taking it to where it feels right for you. Not trying to push too far. Gazing towards the big toe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then we have options. You can take the hands to the hips to come into warrior 3. If you're slightly more advanced, you might want to stay in our reverse warrior. So we'll inhale and press through that right foot. Lift up the back foot. Try and square off the hips. Options of what to do with your hands. They can go back, they can be on the hips, or they could be in that reverse warrior. Breathing here, trying to stay strong in the right ankle. And then exhale, take the hands down to the mat and come into a standing split. So we could either have both hands down, drawing the head towards the leg, or if you've got a slightly deeper split, take the right hand behind the right leg and use that to draw you in. And release. Place both hands down. Step all the way back into your high plank. Lowering down through the knees or down through chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolling over the feet, downward facing dog. And then walking those hands all the way back to the feet again. Slowly peeling the body all the way up. And then this time stepping forward with the left leg. So the same again, but we've got the left leg in front this time. Options stay the same. Either having the hands in reverse prayer behind you or taking hold of opposite elbows. Inhale, lift the chest to prepare. Exhale, taking a hinge in the hips. Lowering down, drawing the chest down towards the leg, trying to keep the spine nice and long. So it's not about how low we go, it's all about thinking how long we keep the spine. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So options again, either keeping the hands in reverse prayer or taking the hands to the hips, putting pressure and power through that left foot, flying the back foot high for warrior 3, keeping that chest low, staying grounded through the foot. One more breath. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat, finding that standing split on the left side. So right leg flies high. Option again of taking the left hand behind the left leg and helping that draw you into a deeper split. Exhale. And then lifting the chest, place those hands back down, working through the vinyasa, lowering down through the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rolling over the toes. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, soften the ribs. Inhale. Exhale, and on the next inhale, we're going to jump our feet through to a seated position. So jumping all the way through, find your bottom on your mat. Legs come out in front, working through our dandasana. So staying really strong in the legs. Hands come down beside you. So pushing down through the mat. We've got Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha with the chin slightly drawn down. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And on the next inhale, release the hands, reach them high. And exhale into a forward fold, reaching really far forwards. Trying to keep that back nice and long, so we've always got the option of bending the legs here. To try and keep the spine long. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, and then just inhale up. Option of these forward folds, you can always sit on a block to prop yourself up and get the tilt of the pelvis so that you can get a little bit lower down. That's why it's always really great to have a block by your side. Inhale, coming to Navasana, just keeping the legs bent. If you really want to, you can straighten those legs. But for most of us, let's keep our legs bent. Inhale here. Exhale, spine nice and long. Inhale. And then exhale, cross the right foot over the left, coming through your vinyasa. If you're in Ashtangi, you can do the press and come through. For the rest of us, we'll just step back, lower down, either through chaturanga or down through the knees. Inhale, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling over those legs, feet even. Breathing here, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, jumping through again to that seated position. Oop. Not with a crash like me. And coming to find Janu Shirshasana. So bringing the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take a forward fold here. So coming slightly over to that left leg. Staying active in this front foot, this left leg. Breathing here. And then on an inhale, lift the chest. And then I want us to keep that right leg in. And interlace the fingers, place them over that foot, and just try and straighten that leg. It might not happen, you might need to keep that leg nice and bent, but if you can, bringing the chest all the way up. Straight spine, those of you wanting a little challenge, try and keep the leg where it is, and release the hands. Breathing here. And then placing the foot down, coming forwards through our Vinyasa, high plank, lowering down, Chaturanga, elbows in, inhale, lift the chest, exhale, roll over those toes. On the next inhale, jumping through to seated again. This time with our right leg out, our left foot draws into the right thigh. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take that forward fold. Working through the stretch. Feel the hamstring. Feel the back expand with the breath. Feel prana traveling around the body. Breathe here. And then on the next inhale, just draw the body all the way up. And we'll take the same on the second side. So keeping that left leg in, interlace the fingers, place the hands around the outside of the right foot, drawing the chest all the way up. Straightening that leg if you can, or just keeping it bent, just as long as that spine stays nice and long, wherever works for you. And then for those wanting the next challenge, trying to keep the leg exactly where it is, take the hands off and reach up. Breathing here. And place that right foot down, working through our Vinyasa. Place the hands down, step back to the high plank, lowering down through Chaturanga, down to the knees. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, rolling over the toes. One breath here, inhale, exhale, and on the next inhale, we'll step or jump the feet through to our seated position. Coming into Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together, and we'll just take the hands to the feet and open the soles of the feet out like a little book. We'll inhale, lift the chest, exhale, take a fold forwards. Option of taking those elbows to the thighs to help with a self-adjust. A nice modification here is to take 2 blocks or maybe some cushions and place them under the knee to give you a little bit of support. So drawing the body forwards, keeping the spine long. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. On the inhale, drawing the body up. And then taking the hands to the outside of the knees and just drawing the knees together and give everything a hug. So wrap the arms around the knees, hug the legs in. Maybe have a little wiggle on the spot. Why not? And then place those feet down, coming into our back bends. Arms come out, and we slowly use the core to control our lower down. So working up to half bridge, just to begin with. So the fingers can tickle the backs of the heels, and on an inhale, we'll draw the hips and the pelvis up to the sky, lifting the spine bone by bone. Interlace the hands and draw the shoulders down underneath the back. And then you have the option of coming up onto the toes to create a bit more space here. Breathe here, maybe watching the belly rise and fall. Drawing the legs together, so rather than clenching the buttocks too tight, use that drawing of the legs together to help engage the glutes. And then releasing the hands. Slowly, bone by bone, lower everything down. And just window wipe the legs side to side before we come into our second one. So you have the option of doing that all again, or coming into full wheel if you have it in your practice and you feel warm enough. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders. And on an inhale, lifting up the hips, pressing through the hands, and finding that full wheel and staying there for a couple of breaths. Those of you coming into half bridge will just draw the hips all the way up again and interlace those hands. So doing whichever variation of the back bend works for you, and just breathing here for a moment while I rest. When you're done with your back bend, slowly and controlled lowering down, and then window wipe the legs either side. Hug the knees in and just move yourself back and forwards. Coming up to a seated position and take the legs out in front for our forward fold. So we've just done that really deep back bend, and now we want to counterbalance that pose by just letting the body melt forwards. And in this one you can have the spine slightly rounded because that's what we're aiming for here. Feel the back rise and fall with the breath. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, just drawing the body all the way up. And now coming into our inversion. So I'm going to take shoulder stand. I'm going to talk you through it. If you have headstand in your practice and would rather work on that, then go for it. And I will meet you back on the mat in a minute after we've all done our shoulder stands. So lying back, placing the feet up in the air, drawing the legs up to the sky, and just sending the toes up high. Trying to catch the back as low down as possible, or technically as high up the back, but as low down to the floor. And I'm going to stay there, and I'm just going to come down so I can talk to you. So while you're in your shoulder stand, I want you to keep your neck and your head perfectly straight. I do not want you looking at the screen, depending obviously where I am in your room. I want you to keep everything straight and either close off the eyes or just look to the belly or to the toes. It's really important that we don't do any movement in the neck here while everything is compressed. So 5 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And on the next inhale. And then exhale, lower the knees down towards the forehead. And now you have the option just to stay here, or you can take the legs out behind the head for Halasana, plow pose. Interlace the hands and send them down to the mat. Place the tops of the feet on the floor behind you. Inhale and exhale here. Same rule applies. Keep the head and the neck straight. Breathing here. 2 more breaths. And then option of coming to Karnakandasana, so ear pressure pose, whereby we take the knees down by the sides of the ears and we squeeze everything in together, keeping the hands where they are. This is one of my favourite postures, and I know it looks very weird, but I love it. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale, releasing that pressure, straightening the legs, placing the palms of the hands down on the mat, and very, very slowly and carefully rolling the spine down to the mat. Legs stay straight, all the way down to the floor. Palms stay down by the side, slightly tucked underneath the bum, coming into Matsyasana, fish pose. So drawing up onto the elbows, letting the head fall back, opening up through the neck, staying strong in the feet. I'm going to come out so that I can actually talk to you, but you stay there in fish pose. Breathing 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release the head carefully. Bring the knees up to the chest, just rocking side to side. Taking any final movements that you would like to. Maybe a spinal twist, maybe a happy baby. And then for those of you that are ready, just rolling up to a comfortable seated position. So being maybe cross-legged. And then here in our cross-legged position, we're going to take if you can come into full lotus and take the bind, by all means, if you can do that, you'll know what I'm talking about and you'll go to do it. For the rest of us, let's take opposite elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, take a fold forward, bow the head down, and just breathe here. And on the next inhale, drawing the body all the way up to seated. Release everything. Maybe hug those knees in one last time before we come to our Shavasana. Options of just taking the legs out, palms facing up. If you've got a bolster and you'd like to put it under your knees, by all means do. I'm going to keep my knees bent. Palms facing upwards, close off the eyes. And let the belly rise and fall, but start to feel the breath slowly soften. Relaxing the legs, the feet, the hips, feeling the pelvis and the bottom sink into the mat. The lower back and the tummy drawing down. The chest and the shoulders opening, relaxing. The arms softening, the wrists, the hands, the fingers, and the head, feeling the head way down into the mat. Let everything go. And then bringing a little bit of feeling back into the fingers and the toes, wiggling them, circling the ankles and the wrists. Option of staying in your Shavasana for much, much longer. If you're ready to come out, rolling over to the right side, pausing here for a moment. Before you lift yourself back up and find that comfortable seated position again, I want you to bring your hands to heart center in our prayer position and close off the eyes. I want to thank you all for your practice today. I am very grateful to all of you for joining in with Yoganuary, for giving it your all. Whether or not you were here the whole time, whether or not you've just found me, these videos will be here for the foreseeable future, so you can come back to these at any time. Just take a moment to come back to that person that you dedicated your practice to, the person that you're grateful for. And bow the head to the hands. Namaste. Thank you everybody, like I said, for doing that. That is it for Yoganuary. That is day 31 done. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that. Like I said, you can come back to these videos at any time. I want you to use Yoganuary in February, March, April, May, June, July, and so on and so forth. I will be bringing you a video every Sunday, and then one during the week, dependent on, not quite sure on times and days yet, but I will be sure to let you know. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter to find out when videos go live and everything. Obviously, I am always open to suggestions of videos that you guys want. I've got a list of ones to get through, so I'm always happy to have more. Thank you so much, and I will see you in February. Bye bye.